Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. Now we cover credit cards and personal finance products on this channel, and we go through complex systems of multiple cards to earn the most points or cash back on all your purchases across different categories. Like use the Amex Gold for 4x points per dollar on dining. Use the Citi Custom Cash for 5x on gas, as long as that is your biggest spending category of the month and only on your first $500 in gas spending, and then switch to the Wyndham Business Card. And yeah, for some people that can get a little bit much, and they just want that one card that gives them the best rate on all of their spending regardless of category. Or maybe you do use a few different cards, but you want to get that one catch-all card for when none of your category cards apply. Well, that is what this video is all about, the best non-category credit cards available out there on the US market in 2024. And there have been some new additions and a few that aren't as good as they used to be, and we're going to go through all of them. And this video is brought to you by Max Rewards, but more on that later. So let's get into it. The basic rate of rewards for any rewards credit card is going to be 1 point per dollar or 1% cashback. Thus, when looking at non-category cards, we are trying to find cards that give us a higher amount of either points or cashback per dollar on all our spending. So let's look at a few, and we will give you the advantages and disadvantages of each. Number 1, the Citi Double Cash and similar cards. Now these are 2% cashback cards. The most famous of these is the Citi Double Cash, which has been around for a long time. It earns 2% cashback on everything, and it has no annual fee. In the past, this card did not have a welcome bonus, but right now the card is currently offering $200 for spending $1,500 in 6 months, and there is currently a temporary bonus category of 5% on hotels and car rentals through Citi's portal. Now there are a couple of other very similar cards that came on the market in recent years, and those would be the TD Double Up card and the Wells Fargo Active Cash card. Both earn 2% unlimited cashback on all spending. However, on the Citi Double Cash and now the Wells Fargo Active Cash, you can actually transfer that cashback to other cards from those banks where it becomes points. And if those cards you transferred to have airline and hotel transfer partners, you can now transfer your points out to those partners and get higher value. The TD Double Up card doesn't have this capability, but for the other two, we say that you earn either 2% cashback or 2 points per dollar. And if you get a good value for those points, like 2 cents per point on a business class flight, for example, on one of the airlines that you can transfer to, then you actually earned 4% on your spending. So the Citi Double Cash and its equivalents are the classic, but there are more of these cards out there with slightly different benefits and rules. Number 2, the Bank of America Unlimited Cash Rewards. Now you may notice that this card only pays a mere 1.5% cashback on all your purchases. And you might say, but Ben, why don't you use the Citi Double Cash for 2% back? Well, you see, this one is for a certain type of person.
Excuse me, sport. I hope you don't mind me interrupting, but I couldn't help noticing that we appear to be considerably richer than you.
Right, so if you have a good amount of money either in an account or invested in the stock market through Bank of America or Merrill, there are then tiers of what they call the Preferred Rewards program that will give you extra bonuses on your credit card rewards. So if you have $20,000 with them, you are Gold tier, and that gives you 25% extra. So that 1.5% cashback turns into 1.875%. If you have $50,000, you are Platinum tier, and that gives you an extra 50% on your rewards. So 1.5% turns into 2.25%. And if you have $100,000 or more, you are Platinum Honors tier. You get an extra 75% bonus on your credit card rewards, turning 1.5% into 2.625% back on all your spending. So it's simple. One just deposits $100,000 into Bank of America. But I mean, this could be very useful for some people who do have their savings or investments with Bank of America already, and Platinum tier or above beats the return on those 2% cards. Obviously, if you don't have that kind of capital, or you do, but you don't want to move it to Bank of America, then this doesn't apply to you. Number 3, the Amex Blue Business Plus. Now, this is a business card, so that will obviously stop some people from getting it, but American Express is pretty generous with who qualifies for their business cards. Even people with side hustles or 1099 contractors, like even an Uber driver or something, should be eligible to apply. But the great thing about this card is that it is the only way to get 2 Amex membership rewards points per dollar spent on all your spending in any category. It is, however, limited to $50,000 in spending per year, and then it goes down to 1 point per dollar. But Amex points are some of the most valuable points out there on the US credit card market. They have 21 transfer partners, that's 18 airlines and 3 hotel chains, including British Airways, Delta, Air Canada, and Hilton Hotels. So whether this is your only card for your business, or you have other cards with categories and this is just your card for those leftover non-category purchases, it is a very strong card to have in your wallet. And speaking of Amex cards, well, actually credit cards in general, but especially Amex cards, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. But if you have a load of credit cards that you use to earn rewards, you'll love the sponsor of today's video, Max Rewards. It is a convenient smartphone app that links to all your credit cards from most major US banks and displays all of your data from every card in your wallet right in the same app. You can see things like your transactions, credit utilization, balances, and your points and cashback balances. There are also features like the card value tool, where like here on my Amex Gold card, for example, you can see that I've earned $235 in rewards this year so far. That puts me well on the path to offsetting the annual fee, which doesn't hit until October. Then the app will also show you which card to use in which category and at which store to earn the most points or cashback. And in the case of points, you can set the value yourself to what you value those points at. This gives you maximum accuracy. Now with Amex cards, if you have the Pro version of Max Rewards Gold, it activates all of your Amex offers for you so you never miss a deal. Like look, I bought an umbrella insurance policy recently from a company called RLI, and it triggered an offer that I didn't even know I had, but Max Rewards had automatically activated it, getting me $20 back on my purchase. And when you activate all of your offers, new offers you never knew existed appear in your account, and Max Rewards activates them too. You can get a week free of Max Rewards Gold with my link below, and if you do decide to keep it, my link will give you 11 months for the price of 12 after your free trial ends. Or just download the app and check out the free features. All right, let's move on to our next non-category card, and actually I'm including 2 here. Number 4, the Capital One Venture and Venture X. Now I'm including these for people who want to earn 2x Capital One miles on all their spending. So this is kind of like the Citi Double Cash, but for Capital One. But these cards are not basic cards with no annual fee like the Citi Double Cash is. The Venture has a $95 annual fee, but it does give you a 75,000 mile welcome bonus and global entry credits worth $100 every 4 years, and access to Capital One's lifestyle collection of hotels, and then of course unlimited 2 miles per dollar on everything. Then the Venture X has a $395 annual fee, but it gives you a load of value such as a $300 travel credit every year for Capital One travel. There's the Premier Hotel Collection. You get Priority Pass Airport Lounge access and Capital One lounges, and of course unlimited 2 miles per dollar on everything. I'll put the links to both of these cards below if you want to learn more about them, and if you truly wanted a one card setup, the Venture X could be a great option since it gives you all the stuff you get from high level travel cards plus 2 miles per dollar on everything. But from here, where can we go? Well, if you're at 10, you can go to 11.
You're on 10 on your guitar, where can you go from there? Where?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly.
But if we're at 2, where do we go? 2.5? Number 5, the Alliant Credit Union Visa Signature Card. Now, this is a card that does indeed offer 2.5% cashback on everything, but it has been sadly devalued over the past few years. About 6 or 7 years ago, a friend of mine used this card to spend about $40,000 on a red digital cinema camera, like the cameras they use on all of these major movies. On his $40,000 purchase, he literally earned $1,000 in cashback. However, I think Alliant Credit Union has now got wise to people getting this card solely for that one-off big non-category purchase and then not using the card again, and they've added some extra rules. Now you only earn 2.5% cashback on your first $10,000 worth of qualifying purchases per billing cycle, and then it goes down to 1.5%. In addition to that, to qualify for the 2.5% cashback, which they are now calling Tier 1 rewards, you need to have an Alliant checking account and meet their requirements. 1. Opt in to receive e-statements. 2. At least one electronic deposit posted to the account each calendar month. And 3. Maintain an average daily balance of $1,000 or more. So, this card isn't what it used to be, but if you are willing to maintain an Alliant checking account with a $1,000 balance and one direct deposit, then a $10,000 per month limit on the spending shouldn't be a problem for most people, especially if you have other cards for category spend like travel or dining, and you're just using this one for your catch-all card for everything else. But when you are already at 2.5, where can we go now?
These go to 11.
Well, yeah, not 11, but we can go to 3%. Number 6, the US Bank Altitude Reserve. This card from US Bank gives you 3x points per dollar, and the points are worth 1 cent, so it's basically 3% on all mobile wallet spending, which I know isn't a true non-category card, but these days it is possible to put a lot of your spending through a mobile wallet app. The only drawback is that this card is a high-level travel card with a $400 annual fee. However, that is offset by a $325 travel credit, bringing the annual fee down to $75 if you use it. So you can make up your mind whether this card is right for you. But if you want a 3% card with less restrictions that really is 3% on everything, then check out our final card. Number 7, the Robinhood credit card. Remember when the brokerage app Robinhood started offering a bank account paying 3% interest, which beat almost all of the major banks at that time who were offering around 2%? Well, there was a catch with that.
Now the big catch here is that technically, Robinhood is not a bank, and you're actually opening up a brokerage account where your money in that account is not considered FDIC insured.
Instead, they were relying on SIPC insurance, normally meant for brokerage accounts, and they never even called the SIPC to make sure it was okay. And it wasn't okay, and the whole thing turned into a fiasco. Maybe Robinhood couldn't decide which of their co-CEOs was supposed to make the call. But that's not all. Ask your wife's boyfriend to grab you a soy latte and sit back, because Robinhood and their co-CEOs are now disrupting another industry with their magical 3% number. This time, it's the credit card industry. Robinhood's new credit card will earn 3% across the board, so on all spending. It is gold in color, made of metal, weighing 17 grams, and there's even a solid gold version that you can get if you refer a load of people to the card.
This is a solid gold credit card. That sounds like magic.
You will also earn 5% back on Robinhood's new travel portal, and there are a load of other benefits like being able to give authorized user cards to users of any age so you can build your kids' credit, virtual cards for sketchy websites and free trials, and various insurances which are on screen now. Now obviously 3% on everything is going to be great for all the cashback people, and I don't think this one is going to end up in a total fiasco like the 3% bank account. I do, however, think that the card will get its benefits chipped away at over time, since no other card offers unlimited 3% on everything, and even cards in the region of 2.5% have serious restrictions. With the Robinhood card, the only restriction is that you need to be a Robinhood Gold member, which costs just $5 per month. So certainly a great card to apply for and join the waitlist on now. It isn't out just yet, but it's coming very soon. But don't expect it to be this way forever. I would expect them to perhaps limit the amount you can earn 3% on per month to say $10,000 or even $5,000, or bring in other restrictions. But for some people, that may not matter anyway. So certainly a great card for catch-all spend if you're into cashback. And guys, that is our rundown of some of the best non-category catch-all credit cards on the US credit card market right now. Which one is your favorite? Leave your comments below. And if we missed any, which we probably did miss one or two, tell us about those in the comments below too. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to get a 7-day free trial and a free month if you sign up for the annual plan of Max Rewards Gold when your free trial is over, with my link below. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.